Hi everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and welcome back to PUBG. Last time we played this game, we, did our usual stuff, I wanted to talk about something interesting that's happened recently. So the people who are in charge of keeping track of like updates and stuff for us on, PUBG's basic, groups, like, kind of like we'll check on their Twitter and stuff for us so we don't have to, said something very interesting today. They said that, how like when you get into the game and like you go to the, like islands, right? And you kind of just sit there and wait for the game to start. They say that's going to be changing, and it's going to be changing where there's going to be no more weapons, period. Like, we already know that in like the brand new map, like the newest map that they have, there wasn't any weapons anyway, so that's not like the biggest, coolest thing ever. But they also said that they're going to remove them from the, previous, like, the beginning map that we usually have, like, where they all began. And they said they're going to do that because lately, with how many people have been playing lately, it's been having trouble getting the game started. And surprisingly, some people have actually been spawning into the game with a gun, which is another very interesting thing. I'm going to go ahead and hop into a game while I talk about this. Unless my voice chat's on, so I might want to wait till I check that. Oh boy, I guess we'll see. Okay, so yeah, it was on. So yeah, this area here, let me show you. So you know how over here, right? How there's just all these like guns and crap all over these tables, right? And you notice how like this map has like a hard time starting up and all that. And like how everybody's just kind of standing around here and stuff. And it just makes things kind of run slowly, and some people's computers have issues loading the game and stuff because of it as well. Well, they're saying that they want to change that because they're like, well, we want more players, and we know that people won't want to play if they have trouble loading the game in these like first area here, until like they get out of it. So what they're going to do is they're going to make it where like some people might spawn here, some people might spawn here, some people could spawn at the military base even, but we'll have no access to weapons like before, and that's supposed to make things a lot better and stuff. Now, I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but I mean, it sounds cool. I'm not going to lie. Alright, where are we starting today? Up here? Sweet. That means we can go to the military base if you want, but we already know that everyone's going to go there. I might go to the ferry pier. That way I can come down here from the military base if it ends up going there. I think that might be my good idea. Because we know everyone's going to go to the military base, so we can watch the military base from here if we do that, And that can always prove to be a fun little thing to do. We might have a little bit of trouble making it, though. Worst case scenario, we don't make it, but we can always hide out a little bit if we don't. Actually, looks like there's a nice little area right here that we can go hide out in. And so like I said, like again, worst case scenario, we can always just hide out here and hope for the best. Yeah, we would never have made that. So we're gonna go to this lighthouse instead and just kind of play around. Yeah, those deaths are probably from the military base if I had to guess. Is that a new vehicle? Uh-oh. Ow. I don't even know if anything actually spawns out here, to be completely honest. It's gonna be funny if nothing does, and I just came here for nothing. Well, I don't really need that. More shoes. An exit. Well, I guess on the great part, like, nobody came out here with me. Of course, you'd probably have to be kind of stupid to do so, considering this isn't really like a place known for where people drop. Now, running across the street could be very dangerous, considering the military bases to our left. I guess we can take it for now. Although I don't really care for the crossbow that much. It's better than nothing. Compensator. Wow. What a find. Wow. Yeah, the shotgun, okay. Let me see if the red dot sight looks better on this. I guess so. It's so peaceful here. And yet we can't hang around here very long. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get our awesome shotgun loaded up. No, the tires are flat on this thing anyway. Okay, so, maybe there's a boat? Well, there's one all the way out there. What are the odds that there be people in this town? Is what's on my mind right now. I don't really know. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, if there absolutely is, the chances of them shooting me from the water is pretty low. Well, that's actually a huge lie. There we go. That could have been bad. Crazy how many people we've already lost. We're already down to like 51. I mean, I didn't really check how many we had to begin with, so that may not be a whole lot that we've lost, but it usually doesn't start the game until you have a pretty good amount of people, so I don't know. I gotta make a decision based off of what I want to do here, you know. Because it looks like I can't take the river in, so I'm gonna have to go on land eventually. But I don't want to do it just yet. I'm kind of taking my time here because I'm kind of enjoying just looking around, seeing what everybody's up to. There's probably people hanging out on this bridge like usual. I mean, there's really no reason not to, I guess. We might want to go hang out in this village over here. I mean, the chances of me coming across someone is pretty high, but then again, what's the fun of just like, you know, hanging out here on the water for as long as I possibly can? Alright, so it looks like this place seems to be pretty abandoned right now. And it's somewhat in the play zone, so we got that going for us. And we got plenty of ammo just in case we manage to find a AK, well, like the ACM. I almost said the AK-47, but I mean, I guess you guys wouldn't care too much if I did do that. Called it that. Alright, so yeah, it looks like this place is pretty deserted. We can probably leave these doors open and it'll be fine. I mean, if I can carry it, I might as well. Did I leave that door open? I think someone might be trolling me. I don't have anything to fight him with, so I better get out of here. It's a good thing I didn't try to shoot or anything. Because I could have done that. I could have just been like shot a couple times in that direction and then totally just gave myself away. What did you have? How did this guy die? I mean, yeah, we saw that there was another person around here, but I mean, I haven't run into anybody. I mean, unless he was like a guy who blew himself up or something, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. If I would have gotten shot there, I would have only had myself to blame. I just want to make sure that's my weapon that I pull up whenever I go to shoot, since it's the only long range I have, and that's kind of depressing. It can work, by the way, if you get lucky and, like, you know, aren't seen by somebody. But that's the thing. There's very few opportunities where you're not seen first. Especially since I like to do close combat more than I like to do far away combat. There's a vehicle down there if we want to go after that, I guess. Alright, viewers, what do we know about the crossbow? It's quiet, right? I thought I just heard someone like thumping around in this building. Alright, once I know I'm like safe, I want to tell you a story. Of course I had to check the map, but just a dumbass few time. I need to calm down after that. Might as well watch to see where they were, because I'm curious now. And then I'll tell my story. Yeah, they were waiting for me the whole time. So there's me just watching my map, not watching where I'm supposed to be going. But they hid their car very well. I'm very impressed with them, I must say. Oh wow, 2x scope too. Whatever. Okay, so I'll tell that story real quick. So I don't know what causes this, but lately, like I forgot to mention, like the last time I went to a gun range, for some reason I was jumping every time I heard gunshots, and it was like so funny because like you're surrounded by gunshots, you shouldn't be jumping, right? And so that every time one of those grenades went off, it made me jump, so that was really hilarious. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here since, well, you know, unfortunately that's the only round I could get into this one. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, everyone, bye.